Dear Bethesda, this is a letter to you where I hope to address issues you faced in the past with previous titles, and hopefully don't repeat them in your future games. Especially your upcoming game Starfield is, I think, a great chance to show that you have learned from your mistakes and criticisms you faced in the past, and you have changed the things that people have talked about, and you do actually still care about the games you make and the fans you have. And that is the exact reason why I'm even making this, is because I care. I grew up playing your games, and they hold a dear place in my heart. But a lot of them, especially the newer ones, do have a lot of issues I'd like to address that hopefully do not show up again in your future games. Hello everyone, welcome to the Lambda Complex. I'm your host as usual, JJ, and today I just wish to talk a little bit about Bethesda Game Studios. We've all been anticipating the release of Starfield and The Elderscrolls 6, and I just hope they don't face the same issues that previous titles had. So without further ado, a letter to Bethesda. Now, I won't be going into a lot of detail about issues that previous games have had. I'm going to be making separate videos for that. Here I just really want to talk about the overall issues that they seem to have and things that they should probably change. Now, first and foremost, I do also want to say that Bethesda is probably one of the last AAA studios out there that still listen to their fans and care about the games they're making, and I really commend that. I will be now going through, for Skyrim, talking about the issues that that game has that hopefully they improve on, not specifically related to The Elderscrolls, just in general on aspects that would cover any game they make. Then I will be talking about Starfield, and what I hope they improve on and things we see, and then I'll be talking a little bit about The Elder Scrolls 6. So, first off, starting with Skyrim now, I feel like some of the issues that the game had were the main story and the game's simplicity. Now, starting with the story, it felt very generic. You're the main hero, you have these great powers that you just go with it and save the world, and it just feels very bland and generic at this point. It's a tale we've heard 1,000 times before, and one that didn't satisfy me when playing Skyrim. I still play Skyrim a lot, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember the last time I've completed the main story anymore. It just doesn't interest me enough to do it. Now, I will be going a little more in depth about this in another video, either just going to be focused on Test 6 directly or talking more about the criticisms of Skyrim. But I do think it can be okay to be the main hero and be like really powerful and stuff if it's done right. Have the character work toward it, and not have him just be the chosen one that just randomly is the person, and you're him and you go save the world and all that. I feel like a lot of people like the main quest of Oblivion, where you are an important part of the story, you are there during all the important events, but you aren't the main hero. You're the one helping the main hero to stop the main bad guy. And that feels a little more rewarding, that you do get so powerful because you aren't just the main hero, you're not just the chosen one. Yes, you're an important part of it all, but you aren't the main part of it. And honestly, I think these types of stories go a lot better, but you don't really see a lot of that nowadays in modern games. So the way you would do it right of being the main hero is have you work toward it. Have there be a reason that you are it, not just randomly you're the chosen one and you're born with this power and all that jazz. Really make it feel authentic, ease into it, and don't just drop him in as the main hero. So, I think one of the bigger issues that Skyrim has is that it really feels like a game for newcomers. All the mechanics in place are very simple and easy to understand, to the point where it just feels like it's a game made for people that are completely new to the series, rather than the people that have been around for all this time. Which, in some aspects, I think is the right thing to do, and in others, I think they took it too far. I do think that games like Morrowind are a little too complex in its mechanics, and it can really make it hard to get into, only because the mechanics aren't really explained well. You can't really figure it out on your own and stuff, and it's less rewarding when you have to go out of your way and like watch YouTube tutorials to figure out how something works rather than figure it out yourself or through the game somehow. So Skyrim really takes this too far where there's nothing to learn. There aren't any mechanics to understand. Enchanting is very straightforward and basic, so is alchemy and smithing. It's all very easy to understand, and it just doesn't feel that rewarding. But I do actually think it's okay that Skyrim is like this, because that means that you don't have to be like this with the next Elderscrolls game or with Starfield. You've already had this game that's an introduction to Elderscrolls now, so with Test 6 you can bring back all this complexity and a lot of these cool mechanics to really have a game that feels rewarding and fulfilling for learning these things. It can really be a rewarding thing to figure out how the crafting system works in a game, especially if it's a little more complex, but, you know, well explained. So, alright, you have this simple game that's a good introduction to the series. Now bring back complexity, bring back things to do and things to learn. Bring back a magic system that's a little harder to understand but is rewarding once you do. Once you bring these things back, it can really grab the attention of people and really give you something to do when you play these games. Now you're not just playing to play, you're playing to learn, and that's a really rewarding experience in my opinion. So, Starfield. Now, if you haven't heard, Starfield is Bethesda's newest IP, and it is set to release on the 11th of November this year. I really hope that Bethesda does right by this game, and I hope that it becomes just as iconic as Fallout or The Elderscrolls. Now, that is a very high standard to hold it to, I understand that, but I just hope that it has the same quality. Now, with this game, there are two reasons I'm excited for it. One, because it's a new opportunity for Bethesda to show what they can do and create this brand new universe and really spark new excitement in a new series and new things to learn, like for the people that are really into lore, for new things for them to discover, and made by the hands of the people that made Fallout and The Elderscrolls, and that in itself would be an amazing experience. But another reason why I'm really excited for it is it will tell me if I can be excited for the next Elderscrolls game. If Starfield comes out and they have learned from their mistakes and they show that they have improved, it really gives me hope that they will do right by the next Elder Scrolls game. So, since this game is set to release by the end of this year, it can really tell us a lot of what we can expect from Bethesda in the future. So, this is what I'm really looking forward to, is to see, have they changed? Have they learned? And can we look forward to the games we've been waiting for so long? Now, The Elder Scrolls 6. I don't really know what I should add to it here. I will be making an in-depth video talking about it. But here I just mainly have two things to say. One, to the fans, try to not overhype this game. I've made a whole video talking about hype and how it can ruin a game before it even comes out. It is really important that we manage our expectations and don't expect too much. I know that gamers are often very entitled, and I'm probably gonna make a video about that on its own. They expect too much and they ask for too much, and I understand that it's really hard for studios to live up to those types of expectations. So to the fans, really try to manage your expectations about this game. I know we've been waiting for 10 years now, and by the time it comes out it probably would have been around 13 or 15 years. But really try and manage your expectations for this game, just so we don't all get very disappointed. And to Bethesda, I have to say that I hope you actually do right by us. I hope you really give us a game that we deserved, the fans that have been waiting for all this time. Not directed towards people that are new to it, just to those that have been waiting for 10 years now and many years to come. That all being said, this has been the Lambda Complex. Remember that no feeling is final, and how you feel now will not determine how you will feel for the rest of your life. And I hope all of you have a wonderful day.